Today we're going to talk about the full Go High Level to IDX backend connection. All right, so let's take a look at the requirements in order to connect these two. First, we need an IDXBroker account, which is a monthly subscription to IDXBroker directly. Then we have the HighLevel account, which is also a monthly subscription. And we have the Realty Candy service. Realty Candy only has 2 services, and either one of those services is a one-time payment. All right, we've seen that in previous videos. The steps, we have the HighLevel dashboard, the IDX button, importing the IDX snapshot, and last, setting up the CNAME. There's a CNAME record that needs to be configured for SEO purposes for IDXBroker. The first thing we need to do is go to idxaddons.com. idxaddons.com. So once we're here, we're gonna log in. All right, and as you can see, this is asking you for the IDXBroker API key, which you can see how to get right here in this question mark. It's gonna show you exactly how to get it from your IDXBroker account. We're gonna paste that and we're gonna log in. And once we're logged in, we're gonna go to apps, and then right here, the very first one is gonna be the HighLevel dashboard. All right, we're gonna click on that, and it's gonna ask us to connect. And it's very important here to log in into Go High Level using the app.gohighlevel link. Do not use your white label domain, otherwise it's not gonna work. So let me just go ahead and log in. And once we have logged in, we're gonna see this page in which we are about to install the following app, review permissions. And so we go to the bottom, we click next, and it's very important here that you select the correct sub account. Okay, this is connecting a specific IDXBroker account to a specific sub account in HighLevel. So we want to select the sub account that is going to be used by the realtor here. All right, and so once we connect to that specific sub account, this is set up as a wizard. All right, so this is set up so that it does it for you on the back end. You don't actually have to do anything too technical. You just have to click next, next, next. All right, this step right here, as it says, may take 1 or 2 minutes. It's creating all the custom fields and installing the webhook, and all the technical things are happening in the back end. So we're gonna give it some time. Okay, as you can see, it's installing the webhook and setting up some subheaders there. We get the link. We're gonna follow the steps. Copy your dashboard link, okay? Copied. Create a custom menu link. Go to agency settings and add the copied links as a custom menu link, okay? Very important. This requires agency access, okay? In order to be able to do any of this, you need to be the person with agency access on this account, this Go High Level account. So we're gonna go to agency settings. That is hyperlinked right there. So all I did was click on that and it took me to the agency settings. I'm going to go ahead and create a new one. The icon, it can be anything you want, right? This is where the leads are going to be. So maybe you want to do like a person, whatever you want to do. In my case, just to pick something random, I'm going to do a volleyball right here. And then the link title, I'm going to name this IDX Leads. Again, this is where all the leads are going to be shown in the dashboard. And then I have the link URL, which I'm simply going to paste. I want to open this in an iframe. This is my preference. This is what I recommend, but you can also do new tab or opening current window. I would recommend removing it from the sidebar because it's not going to work in the agency side, right? It's only going to work in the sub account that was connected over IDX add-ons, right? And here it's very important that we select the sub account that we want to use, the one we connected over IDX add-ons. And then the role-based visibility, that can be all, or you can pick your preference there. We don't need microphone, we don't need camera, and we're going to save. So once that is saved, I can go to the sub account and I can simply check, and I can see right here at the bottom, I can see the custom menu link that I just created. If I click on that, I'll be able to see the lead activity, right? So this is the lead activity from my IDXBroker account, and I can see all the leads for the last 30 days. You can also install it as a widget, right? So you can add this dashboard as a widget on the main dashboard here for the sub account, right? So as a widget here on the main sub account. Let's just go ahead and do it, right? So right here it says you can install it as a widget using the following link. So we want to go to edit dashboard, add new widget, elements, and we're gonna do the embed, the title, we're gonna do IDX leads, the type is a URL, and we have the URL, so we're gonna paste it and save. And boom, I have this as a widget right here. As you know, the cool thing here is you can make it as big or as small as you want. I can have the dashboard here as a widget so I can see that on my main dashboard. All right, so once I've added that as a widget, the next step would be the IDX button. For the IDX button, we're gonna again come to IDX add-ons. We're gonna click on apps. And once we're here, we're gonna type in IDX button. We're gonna see the app. And in this app, there are two options here, as we can see. One is if you're a realtor setting this up for yourself, or if you're a CRM agency setting this up for your realtors. There are two options here. For right now, we're gonna focus on the realtor version. So all we need to do is copy the script here. Once we've copied that, we can click here on the first step, and it's gonna take us to the company settings. We're gonna click on white label, and then on the custom JS, we're going to paste that script. All right, once we paste that script, we're gonna save changes right here under custom JS. And we're going to proceed. Okay, so that's done. Perfect. We've done the high level dashboard. We've done the IDX button. And now we have the IDX snapshot that we're going to import. This IDX snapshot is a free snapshot that we provide to all of our clients over here at idxaddons.com. So when you're logged in, apps, again, right here, we're going to type snapshot and we're going to find it right away, the high level snapshot. Once we're here, we're going to see this screen. As you can see to the right, there is more information about this snapshot. There is a workflow list, workflows guide. So all we got to do is click this button right here. It's going to automatically redirect you to your high level, and it's going to ask you if you want to import this snapshot to your account. And we're going to select yes. Once we've imported the snapshot, we'll have it over in our agency, but it's very important that you look for the sub account, right? Right here, there are three dots where we can select manage client. Okay. And once we are here in the settings for this sub account specifically, we're going to click actions and then load snapshot. We're going to select a snapshot called IDX basic workflows right here. And we're going to proceed. We're loading the snapshot into our specific sub account. We're just going to click select all and proceed. Select all and proceed. Then it's going to ask us to type right here and proceed. Perfect. So that's being done on the back end. All right. So before we get to the CNAME setup, we've done 1, 2, 3. So now let's take a look inside high level. Right. So I'm here at my sub account. I'm going to go here to IDX leads where I can see all the lead activity in the last 30 days, right? The ability to create a lead right here, for example, this is only for engaged users. The account that I'm using right now is a core account. That's why I'm not able to create a lead from zero right here. But this is the ability to create a lead and assign saved searches for them and start sending them property updates. So this is the high level dashboard, which is in a custom menu link. All these leads, if I click here on contacts in the contact section, I will also be able to see all the leads that come in from the IDX pages. And I can see them right here. I can see them tagged as an IDX lead. All right. If I click on any one of them, any lead that came from IDXBroker, I'll have their lead activity here, right? So I'll have it presented in 3 different ways. So there is the IDX button. This is the IDX button that we installed earlier. And if I click on that, I'm going to see like a mini version of that big dashboard. And this is the lead activity only for this lead in total, right? So I can actually create search from this listing. I can actually log in as my client to see how she views things inside my dashboard. I can create safe searches using the Polygon, the advanced, so I can set up property alerts, etc. I will also see that information presented in custom fields, right? So IDX last saved property, last saved search, last viewed property, right? So if I click on that, it's going to give me the address. There are many custom fields which will help you create workflows and automations. And last but not least, we will have here the information, the lead activity presented in notes. Okay, so this is the date, the time, the link, and the information of what the lead was taking a look at. All right, so that we can follow up and get those triggers and all the good stuff that we can do in high level. Perfect. And now we're going to take care of the CNAME setup. This isn't really related to high level per se, but this is very important for SEO purposes so that your domain can get credit for all those IDX pages that we're connecting. It takes 3 minutes. It's super easy, but you do need to have access to the hosting company of the domain. So like GoDaddy, even HighLevel, or wherever you purchase this domain and the domain is being hosted. So in this case, I'm gonna do the example here on a HighLevel domain. But this is the same thing over at GoDaddy or SiteGround or Enum or wherever you host your domain. You need to go to the DNS zone editor, DNS records, or advanced DNS records, sometimes they're called. But what we need to do is click add new record, and it's going to ask us for the type. The type of this record is a CNAME, and then the name. Normally we use something short, simple, and descriptive like search or homes or listings, or if you're in Texas, you can do Texas or whatever word you want, but this will be a prefix and it will only affect the IDX pages, not the website itself. All right, the target will always need to be subdomains.idxbroker.com. The TTL, we're just going to leave it as auto or default or whatever you already have populated there in your hosting company. All right. So again, subdomains.idxbroker.com. Here, I recommend search. That's a good one since this will serve for all the IDX pages. But again, you can choose any word you want, like homes or listings or TX, something that's short, right? So in this case, I'm going to do search, and then we just go ahead and save. All right, and once we've created the record over our hosting company, our last step for this is we need to go to idxbroker.com and log in. idxbroker.com, log in, and it's going to take you to your dashboard here. We're going to click on the first little house icon here on the top, and then we're going to click account and then details. And right here, it says use custom domain, yes or no, right? So as you can see, the default is your domain .idxbroker.com, which means IDXBroker is going to get credit for all those pages, not your site. So what we want to do is get you the SEO credit for all those pages. So we're going to say yes, and then we're going to type, in this case, search, since that is the name of the record we created. If you selected homes, you will type homes. If you selected Texas, you will type Texas, right? In this case, we created a record with the name search, so we're going to type that. And perfect, we're going to scroll all the way down and make sure to save our changes. If we did the first step correctly, then it's going to say CNAME set up correctly. It can take up to 48 hours for the changes to propagate. It says this, but it's more like 10 to 15 minutes in which your pages will show a privacy notice. And this is completely normal, right? It's propagating across the internet, and that privacy notice will go away on its own. Don't freak out. It's normal. It's just propagating. All right. And so once we've done that, we're basically finished, right? We are now fully integrated, go HighLevel to IDX, and everything that happens on the IDX pages will now show up in my CRM. Those leads will be added as contacts automatically and immediately. This snapshot will give you a head start. It includes 15 workflows so that you can build on top of these and customize them further so that they make sense for your business. However, it's kind of like when you get a new phone, right? And you're like, well, which app should I download? It depends on what you're trying to do. Which bank do you use? Music provider you use. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. So what I would recommend is to sign up for a Realty Candy service, right? Like I said, Realty Candy only has 2 services, this 2 right here. So it's either you have a website and we do the IDX part, meaning we add the search bar, the home valuation widget, mortgage calculator, and like make it ready for people to search through your listings, or you don't have a website, so you would want a new website with IDX tools integrated. Either one of these services is a one-time fee, as I mentioned earlier. So what I would recommend is signing up for either one of these services, because that would mean that we would apply about 20 of these apps, all right? For example, the agent information widget, the Google Maps widget, the community areas, SEO links app, and like I said, about 20 apps. If you're looking for something, like for example, let's say I'm looking for something for my open houses. So I will type in open house and I will see everything that comes up regarding that, right? So there's one for HighLevel. There's ones for people who don't use HighLevel. You can create your own open house registration. But the cool thing here is every single app has an about page with a tutorial video showing you exactly how to set it up, and also a tutorial with step-by-step with screenshots. Everything we've built here over the years is designed so that you don't need to know how to code. You will just need to follow the instructions. All right, if you get stuck with anything, we're here to help on the chat or also via email. Thank you, everyone. I know this is a long video, but if you follow the steps here, you should be all set up to make the most out of your IDX experience with your CRM. As a last note right here, our awesome tech support is all handled via email and chat only. Our developers focus on projects without phones so that they can give their full attention to what they do best, delivering high quality projects. All right. So like I said, you can contact us over at support@RealtyCandy or hop on the chat to speak live to the developers. Honestly, it's best if you can send us screenshots or the links or even record a short Loom video showing us the issue that you're seeing or where you're stuck. This is the fastest way that we can help you and provide assistance. Thank you very much.